Just left the gym. It's Monday. Feeling G for great. I just have to say this, like, which is why I posted that post this morning was I really, going to the gym is a struggle for me. I don't know about all of those of you who invest in your physical health and mental health, in that way, but man, it's rough, man. Like, it's rough. Trying to find the balance, and not an all or nothing kind of situation, which is usually what I end up doing. Is I go so hard, then I get tired, and then I stop. And so I've recalibrated myself this time around, which will be more of a lifestyle change for me, and that my goal is to hit 1 day a week. If I do more than that, excellent. If I don't, then we have a problem, because obviously 1 day a week for no less than an hour is good, for me. Excuse me, instead of setting myself up to say, well, you need to go to the gym 5 days a week, and my goal is 1 day a week to exercise. So if that's not at the gym, that'll be jogging at home, around the block, or, doing planks and stuff at home. But I try to make sure that I go to the gym just to get out of the house. It's a good way to get some fresh air, change my environmental energy, get all that together. But incremental change, which I did a brief live last week about that, is so much easier and supportive to accomplish in lifestyle changes versus all or nothing. And what I'm finding is most people function in an all or nothing form. Either it's this or it's that. Either it's black or it's white. Either it's hot or it's cold. That there's not very much room for middle ground. There's not very much room for warm, or, hey, maybe I don't go 5 days a week, but I'll go twice a week, and then I'll keep that as my goal. And if I do more, sure, I incrementally increase versus, well, I messed up this week, guess I'm not going at all. Like, same thing with our eating habits, oh, well, I guess I had this piece of cake, might as well throw it all away. All your accomplishments don't go out down the drain simply because you made a mistake, But, yeah, I find incremental change to be just so much more helpful, and I've found much more success in doing incremental change, a little bit at a time, working it through baby steps, which is what I work with folks on in therapy. But yeah, it's just finding a space that you can be successful in, and that's not the same as everybody else. Everybody has their own space. So when you find your space that works for you, run with it, man. Like, for, my partner, my spouse, my husband.com, he goes 5 days a week. That don't work for me. I miss 1 day, the next day probably will be missed. Facts. Like, 5 days a week at the gym is just not my thing. But I do like to try kind of sprawl out or spread out how I'm investing in my mental and physical health by, doing things that I like to relax, like playing video games. We also take my baby to the park. We run around and stuff at home. So I may not be, always at the gym or always working out per se, but I am investing. Making sure I spend more time with family and friends. Really, friends. I don't have much family here, but friends or people, that I consider people that I like in my space, or I like to share a space with. Getting out, meeting people, networking, doing things like my vision board, my little makeshift joint. It's always helpful too for me. I must get off on the wrong exit. Anyways, so today is going to be a super productive day. I have a lot of things to do. Continuing to improve on my business and the way that I run my business, and even that in and of itself is like an investment. Always trying to be better and do more is a lot. but it's totally worth it. But anyway, I don't want to make this drawn out. I just want to tell you guys good morning. Invest in incremental change. Find balance, whatever that looks like for you. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. You know, you can't find a middle ground to things. And that doesn't mean because you can't find it. And just because you haven't found a middle ground doesn't mean it doesn't exist. All right? Hope y'all have a fantastic day. Peace.